my man Paulie Walnuts, brother. And we're here, man. You know, we're here. We're gonna talk some college football, gonna talk some USC football. And I just want to address some things, man. USC obviously, takes their first loss of the year on the road to Illinois. And there seems to be a bit, and I don't really see it as a cloud over the team, over the program. At the end of the day, this is one loss. I'm not panicking. I'm not fearful of what is in store for this team as the season continues. And this is coming from a person that has a team. I predict this team going 10-2 in the offseason. I did a whole video on this channel, about the fact that USC would contend and be in contention for a Big Ten title this season. I talked about the progression of Jayden Maiava, talked about the progression of his defensive line, about this coaching staff, about the run game, about the team in general, the recruiting, everything that involved this team, kind of getting back to prominence and, competing. I was also a person that, picked us to beat Illinois and win that game. Obviously, we did not win that game. But I'm not one that's going to panic, man. I said on this channel for months and months and months, for the entire offseason, through all the hires, and said, we got the best coaching staff in America. Just like a lot of people on Twitter, just like a lot of people on YouTube said, we got the best coaching staff in America. I believe in this staff. And it is frankly comical to see so many people in this fan base and talking about this team. And, there's people that make content about USC football that aren't fans of the program, that are not lifelong fans, regardless. Like, and people can hate when I say this. Like, I'm going to be a fan of this team. If they were to go 0-12, I'm still going to be a USC fan. Like, there's not going to be no wavering in my fandom or my support of this program. I'm still going to get on planes to go see them play, travel cross country, travel to home and away games. I will still do this for my entire life, man, until I'm in my 70s, right? 30-year-old man. I will continue to support this team to the day that I die. I've been supporting this team since I was 19 years old, and that will not change regardless of record or how successful they are. But it's just very interesting, man. It's very easy to make these statements, on social media, where you hide behind a picture of your dog, a picture of your cat, a picture of a former USC player that doesn't know you exist. And, May comes, oh, we need to fire this guy. These kids suck, blah, blah, blah. But when you're somebody like me, somebody who speaks in front of a camera, I hold myself accountable to the words that come out of my mouth. And, I posted damn near 110 videos on my channel since last September. I hold myself to everything that I say. So I don't need people in the comments. I don't need people that personally don't even know who I am, don't know, the games that I played as a football player, don't know my experience, don't know who's coached me, and really my outlook on the game of football or my outlook on the game on this entire program, to hold me accountable and tell me, oh, you settle for mediocrity after USC loses one game on the road against Illinois. When I told you guys last year, I told you guys on the internet, on a live show, Voice of College Football YouTube channel, with Tim Prangley. I don't know, Paul, you might have even been on that show, where we went and we said, okay, what does Lincoln really need to get to next year for us to feel comfortable about him continuing to be the coach at USC? And for me, it was 9 wins. So, we got 4 wins, 1 loss right now. And let's see if we can, string together a little run here, man. If we lose 2 more games, then, I feel comfortable about this thing. But it's not over after 1 week, after 1 loss. And it's truly a joke, bro, that the same people that were saying we have the greatest coaching staff in America now are telling me to fire the entire coaching staff after 1 year, after 1 loss. And yeah, bro, like I just don't get it. And we can complain, right? People can complain, right? Yeah. And everybody's got their opinion. Like, people can continue to have their opinions. I'm going to have my opinion.
Yeah.
But complaining with no solution, complaining with no suggestion, just saying, oh, we need to fire these guys. We need to do this. We need to do that. But you're not going to make a video with any suggestions on how we need to get better as a staff or as a group, right? But you're just gonna sit here and complain, say, "Oh, we need to fire the coaching staff. The DBs can't cover. The defensive line is trash." Like that. That is your suggestions. That is your statement, and what you're gonna put out on the internet about the program that you seem to be a fan of. But you have zero suggestions on how to improve. You have zero input on what this team should work on this bye week, or what this team should work on to improve for the next week ahead or the next opponent ahead. You'd rather just go and speak negativity about the program, right? So at the end of the day, man, like I'm gonna continue to hold myself accountable. And like I said, like I'm still high on this team. This team has lost one game. I still think this team can get to 10 wins. It's not gonna be easy. Obviously, taking this loss to Illinois on the road is a little. It sets the prediction behind the 8-ball, but I don't need to rush. I'm not a person. I think it's funny that people need to rush to be right. They need to rush to a conclusion so fast that they just want to be right, bro. People are in a rush to be right. People are in a rush to get Lincoln Riley out of here, and there's no in between. There's no perspective. It's either we're terrible or we're back, and there's no in between, man. So Paulie, man, how do you feel about really what transpired and like what you see on the internet right now?
Wow, everything. I mean, from some of the comments I've received about being too positive and being a homer and this and that. When I was just saying that we literally Illinois took us behind the gym and beat us up like we were a freshman team, and I was saying things like we just got beat up, we got handled. But you know what? I equated it to the Dream Team in Barcelona '92 when the college kids came in, and I'm not saying we're at that level or anything like that at all. So please do not take that out of context, but I'm saying that we sometimes a loss like that will wake people up. Was everybody buying into the hype? Probably the players were too. We all were. Everybody was buying into this magical carpet ride we were on, man. We were having fun. We were having a blast and going on. Oh, we could probably win a national championship now. Lincoln's, oh man, I loved it when watching him dial up plays. Oh, he was so amazing. Our defense was lighting up. I was even coming up with nicknames called the LA Sack Exchange because I was so high on this defensive line, and I'm still high on them. And let me tell you why. I'm still high on this defensive coaches, and I'm still high on Lincoln Riley and the offensive guys as well. Coach Simmons doesn't get enough credit. We're over here talking about how we have no receivers. Are you serious? Look how many guys he's dealt with throughout his career, man. CeeDee Lamb and all these guys that are put in the NFL. And we could go on and on and on about that. But the one thing is I can tell you right now, people are calling for Lincoln's job. They want Lincoln out, and that's fine. I do not disrespect anyone. If they can't stand the guy, whatever, hey, that's okay, man. That's people's opinion, and you're entitled to that, and I would never judge you on that. And so it's just the way he rolls. But you look at his track record, what he's done, man. I think we take, honestly, as fans, we take that offense for granted. We really do. If we had a defensive coach in here who was shutting people down and we putting up 14 points a game, struggling to put up 21, people would be laughing at it. We'd be pissed off and we'd be ready to, lose our minds again, and it would be the end of the world. But you know what? We got one of the most explosive offenses in football. That's one thing we can always count on is we're going to be putting up 30, possibly 30 almost every single game. Are you kidding me? And now you wanted a running game. We finally got a running game that's still not good enough. We wanted, our tight ends suck. We haven't scored a touchdown all year. Now we got tight ends playing at a high level. That's still not good enough. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm riding with this team until they stick me in that grave, man. You're going to see that USC flag on my casket as I'm going down into the ground, brothers. I could tell you that right now. That's just the way I roll. I roll through Larry Smith and Hackett and all these guys, and I was still a Trojan fan no matter what. There were some amazing players that, if anything, just appreciate some of the great players that we do have, and that you were able to witness them at their youth and growing into men and watching this whole entire process, like Makai Lemon. Can you believe we almost turned that guy into a defensive back? Dude, I'm telling you right now, I see him maturing as probably the best wide receiver, actually the best wide receiver in college football, and then going into the NFL and doing something to making us proud and adding to that list of NFL players that are currently on rosters. And another thing too, we suck, we don't develop players properly, whatever. You know what? We develop players that stick on teams. Some might not be superstars, but for the most part, they stick. Look at Palomar with the Raiders, dude. I could go on and on. There's solid football players on NFL rosters right now, and we develop them that way. And it's only going to get better now with these recruiting classes coming in, these top talents. So we're going to see a lot more. I've been saying this before, Preston. It's going to become an NFL pipeline eventually, and get back to the way it used to be. But enough of the thing. Look at the positives when it comes to Riley. How about this, man? It's not an Urban Meyer run program where you got guys over there stabbing people and beating people up at bars, and you never hear anything bad about our players academically, whether they hide it or not. We don't know that, but anyway, they're good kids. They stay out of trouble. They do what they're supposed to do. Let's continue to support this program, and I'm going to continue to support our coaching staff as well, and that's the way I roll, man.
Yeah, and that's everything you said is facts. It's just funny to me because somebody had commented on one of my videos recently, and it's hilarious because I didn't have this team going undefeated, right? I don't think really anybody had this team going undefeated, man. I mean, I had this team losing 2 games, but the people that are screaming and crying and whining and bitching the most are the ones that said this team was going to go 7-5, 8-4. Yet somebody like me who had this team going 10-2 is relaxed, even though if they lose 1 game, if they lose 2 more games, my prediction's off, and I'll be wrong. I don't know what's gonna happen when I be wrong. Maybe people are gonna come into my house with guns, or maybe somebody's gonna unsubscribe to my channel, bro. If you want to unsubscribe to my channel because I got a prediction wrong, feel free, brother. It's not the end of the world. Like, do exactly what you want to do. That you didn't like me to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine, bro. We're going to be good. There's no way in hell this defensive line is going to perform like they did against Illinois for the rest of the year. I don't see it happening. I think we're going to bounce back. And I think, you learn so much more from losing a football game than you do from winning a football game. We talked about that a few weeks ago, when the Syracuse game was making – the Syracuse coach was making those guys run after a win, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just that film – that feeling in their chest, the stuff that they're putting up, the stuff that the players are talking about in terms of sacrifice, in terms of preparation, really locking in on things. Yeah. And I saw a lot of comments this week as well on YouTube, on Twitter. Oh, it's the same thing over and over again. It's just, okay, but sure, they lost a game on the road, but does that just discount, the adversity that they went through at Purdue? And I know Purdue is not USC. I know, the USC of old. Yeah, the UFC of old, the championship contending program that we all envision and we all know this program to be, is going to stump on a team like Purdue, is going to stump on a team like Illinois. We understand that, but there's an acclimation process, and that is something that we hadn't done in 15, 14 games, and we got it done after a rain delay. We got it done, like you talked about, running the ball, involving the tight ends, the masterful. Job at managing the game offensively that Riley did at the end of the first half in that game. Like, Mayava being clutch, marching up the field, like this elite offense that is probably going to give every defense in the country issues as the season continues, man. I think we probably have the best wide receiver in the country right now. I don't even think that's debatable. I think we have definitely one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the country. I don't think that's debatable. I mean, when you look at the numbers, you look at the performance that Jaden's really put together this season, and let's see it happen, man. Let's see it pan out. It's really crazy that people are jumping to these lanes of telling me to fire the entire coaching staff. Yet 5-6 months ago, y'all were the same people saying, just like I was, that this is the greatest coaching staff in America. Like, I don't make it make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense, but it's easy. It's easy not to make sense when, like, you got a picture of your dog as your profile picture, and you don't really got to sit here at long form and short form content and talk about the team and really, hold yourself accountable for the things you say on the internet. So,
yeah, and Preston, the thing is too, it's like I'm reading a couple. I don't want to call them out here, but a couple people, or one here that I want to remind him. It took Harbaugh 6-7 years to flip that program around. It took Cristobal a while to get that thing going over in Oregon, and which Dan Lanning inherited that. We literally were rock bottom, man. This program was just in shambles. And so it was going to take a little while. I've been the first to say that it's going to be a couple more years until we reach that level. Probably 2028, but we're over here battling it out. I'm just trying to be realistic here. So you either be patient and be grateful for the improvement that you've seen. And you know what? We're not going to win them all. Everybody had us, 8-4 or, something like that. Then you know what? Then just roll with it and be happy, man. If we win, you know what? Hey, it's a great thing. It really is. We almost pulled that sucker out playing some of our worst defensive football, man. We almost pulled that thing out.
I want to know, like, is piss poor, like being the number, like having the most sacks in the entire country? Like, is piss poor when you have the wide receiver and team with the most yards in the entire country? Like I don't understand. Like I guess people just want to focus on the negative. You feel me? Like, yeah. I just don't like. So let's just fuck the positive. But like, as soon as something negative happens, like, let's just focus on that. You feel me? And let's just project that as what this program is as a whole. You feel me? Like, hey, bro, if y'all want to like just sit back and like be in an echo chamber of, just sadness and just, negativity, then y'all could do that. But I don't live my life like that. Like, I personally, look for the good. I'm a glass half full type of individual. And bro, nothing has transpired to where, this team can't be a playoff team yet. Like, we have one loss. We have 4 wins and 1 loss right now. Like, so if you continue to have that mentality, bro, if you have that mentality in your life, then, hey, good luck to you, bro. It's gonna be a difficult one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult one, man. I'm optimistic about it. I'm glad we got this little break. We got that little wake up call early in the year, and because I think this is a different team, I really do. And here we go, Mr. Positivity again. But you know what? I don't care. I think we needed that little wake up call. We got it, and thank God it happened early. We can. I know these guys are chomping at the bit to get back at it and to prove that they're not soft, and to prove that they are deserving of the attention that we're getting. And I know the coaches have a thing to prove as well too. So you know what? If we come in, this is going to be a battle, no matter what. Okay, that's the way these games are. You watch an AFC West game in the NFL, the Raiders could just completely suck and play the Chiefs, and they end up beating the Chiefs, or they play them to the last second. That's the way Big Ten football is. So stop trying to expect that just because they suck in the Big Ten that it's going to be this blowout. It's Big Ten football. These guys are there for a reason. They're talented individuals on each side of the field, and they're going to be battling. It's going to be a battle. It's their Super Bowl. That's the way it is. And so it's going to be a tough. The rest of the schedule it's tough. I'm not going to lie. So stop thinking that we're going to come in and start blowing teams out where things are going to look so perfect. If we win by a field goal, I'll be the happiest guy in the world, man. It doesn't matter how we win, as long as we win. And if we lose, I want us to go down swinging. I don't want us to go out like Illinois. No one says that we want that. But you know what? At least now these guys know I'm not going to take it on the chin this time. I'm going to go down and I'm going to start punching people on the way out, man. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, man. Everybody wants to win, man. Let's get to the lunch pails. Mine were easy route. I went with the easy route. Jaden Maava, Makai Lemon. Jaden in that game, 30 for 43, 2 touchdowns and a pick. I just thought he kind of really showed that he had really arrived. I don't think we really have to worry about Jaden, especially like when you need him to come through in the clutch. Like he has shown us time and time again, he could get you that touchdown. He could make that play. I thought the offensive line play was great. I'll let you get more into that. But I thought his ability to kind of escape, his mobility in the pocket, his ability to get out of the pocket and make those down the field in that game when he was seeing a little bit of pressure here and there was really big time, man. I have full confidence in Jaden moving forward. I knew he was going to make this jump. Something I talked about all season. It's like, oh, he throws way too much interceptions, too much turnovers. You guys are never going to do it with Jaden Maava. Yeah, whatever, man. Jaden Maava, even after that pick, locked in, didn't waver, didn't pout, went out there and got it done and led us down to, what really should have been a game-winning drive. The defense just wasn't able to get a stop at the end, but did everything he needed to do to win that game. So was very proud of his performance. And Makai Lemon, man. Another guy I talked about would make the jump, 11 catches, 151 yards, was really unstoppable out there. Couldn't do nothing with him. And 2 big-time catches, 2 big-time touchdowns. Could have been 3 touchdowns. Obviously had the penalty taken back, but just an unbelievable athlete, man. Makai Lemon may go down as one of the best receivers we've ever seen come through this program. So it was a hell of a performance that we saw.
I love Anquan. I mean, I love Mackay here. He has a little bit of Anquan Bolden in him, and then there's some other players. The explosiveness of Steve Smith, that was brought up, but it's just the shiftiness of like a Wes Welker. I mean, the guy just has a little bit of everything, but the most important thing is he is a Trojan for life, man. That guy is all about what we stand for, and you know what? I'm truly. If I can get down on my knees, man, and just thank God, dude, thank God that he gave me an opportunity to watch a player like this play, then you know what, dude, it's truly a blessing, Preston, to watch this guy, man. But one thing too I can say is that Lake McCree and Walker Lions, we talked about it, before the game about how they needed to have a big game, and I'm really proud of these guys, the way they're playing, and the way they take those hits over the middle. Walt Walker took one that was, whoa, man, I didn't think he was going to get up from that. He struggled a little bit, wobbled a little bit, but continued to play. And Lake as well. I don't know how many big time hits this guy takes, and he still comes through. Our old line, you know what? We couldn't ask for anything more, man. These guys really, really played well, and they went above and beyond, and that's all you can ask for. With the big unit out, I mean, obviously that's major. Not having them there, solidifying that line. He's the one. The big unit is the one that sets the tone, man, for that entire offensive line. But then, you had guys like Jean-Ray Reed come in, and everybody blasted him. And I'm thinking, where's this coming from, man? This guy was a solid football player in the ACC. I watched a lot of ACC football. He was a tough guy. He's a tough guy. And you know what? He himself said it in the beginning of the year when they were in competition. He said, you know what? This guy over here probably should take this job. He's the one that knows. He's the one that his level of knowledge. Speaking of O'Connor, he was speaking so highly of him. Complete team player, great leader, loved in the locker room. And you know what? Now with a little bit of preparation, you're going to see a different player come out, I think. And so that's it right there. That's my Les Pell award right there, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We got a week to go. Man. I'm coming to LA, baby.
Yeah,
right. They ain't gonna lose me. They ain't gonna lose me in the Cali. So yeah, like I think the offensive line honestly has been like one of the more pleasant surprises, even with the injuries. Before Elijah went out, they looked good, and then even it had a couple mix ups and stuff, but the O-line was not the reason. We lose that game in Illinois, man. They did a pretty good job, especially early in the game, running the ball. I thought they were comboing down, making nice blocks, getting to the second level. I thought it was really beautiful, man. The guard play was nice, the tackle play was nice, and those guys did a good job. And I like the lack of false starts and stuff, the lack of the mental mistakes and penalties and stuff like that. It was fantastic. So I think those guys are playing pretty well, all things considered. We got my boy Will and D in the chat. So you gotta beat Michigan for
yeah.
Hey, yo, Will, man. I think Jeremiah Love is kind of woken up a bit, man. And that other running back kind of worries me a little bit, but I can't wait, man. I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be talking my stuff. And, I gotta get a little leprechaun that I'm gonna crucify on this wall behind me. It's gonna be fun after we get that W against Michigan. But we look at the schedule right here. As far as what we got left, so Michigan, Notre Dame got two ranked teams here. And I kind of looked at this like I definitely think that our offense is better than Michigan offense is better than Notre Dame offense. Yeah. I think defensively the jury's out. I think that is that's a test. That's a test that this USC team is gonna have to pass next Saturday, right? You're gonna see the improvements. We're gonna see if this team can really lock in and win a game. Lock in and not lose a game on the defensive side. If they can just be competent and consistent enough and, take out the mental penalties, then I think we could definitely make something happen because the offense is going to kind of bring this team home, I believe. But then you get to Nebraska where I think, really, I'll still say on both sides of the ball, I think we were better than Nebraska. Yeah. You got a lull with Notre Dame and Iowa. Those are also a couple more teams I think we're better than on both sides of the ball. And then you got that Oregon game, man. And I don't know about you. And God, last Saturday was probably one of the worst Saturdays I've had in a while. But I watched that Oregon Penn State game. I don't know if you did.
Yeah, of course.
Oregon looked good, man. Oregon, I can't lie. I don't like those creatures down there in Eugene, but but they look good on both sides of the ball. So that'll definitely, be the toughest game remaining if we're able to, find a way to get past Michigan, get through Notre Dame. I think there's a nice little soft spot when you look at Nebraska, Notre Dame, or Iowa. But I definitely think it's possible, man. I definitely think it's possible to, make it through those games. Maybe get out of there with one loss when you take all those games into consideration. And I got a lot of faith in this team, man. We have to not beat ourselves, man. Like that's constant. This team was averaging eight penalties a game for nearly 90 yards a game. Like if we could tweak that, man, if we could get the middle mistakes, get the penalties right, then that could do a lot for how we attack the second half of the season, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. So going through the schedule here too as well. Obviously Michigan. My whole thing with that is if we can get up on them quick and get that crowd going and just really kind of take the air out of their salesmen, then we'll be all right with that one. But it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a hard-nosed game. They're going to bring everything they got against us, and we're going to see a lot of Underwood trying to run on us. It's going to be that. But I think we got a couple weeks to prepare for it. So I'm putting faith in the coaching staff on that one. Nebraska, tough road game. We all know that. Nebraska's yet to play their best football, so we don't know exactly what Nebraska team we're going to get. I mean, they're so up and down. You never know, but it's a tough away game. But it's the teams like Northwestern and Iowa. That team can ugly a game up, man. And Michigan State's like that. I mean, that's what's so shocked that we put so many points up on them. But those are the type of teams where defensively they can come up with schematics where they can make it really tough. And you next thing you know, you're like in a little dogfight. They played Oregon really tough. Northwestern did. We were able to say, oh, the jet lag, whatever. No, I don't think it was any of that. I think it was just the fact that Northwestern, they just played tough football. And then obviously the Oregon thing, that's the barometer. That's where I want to see, win or lose, where we're at as a program, how our talent is how much it's improved by then. By 11-22, I want to see certain players at certain positions. I want to see how much they've improved throughout the year.
There was, and God, I'm such an idiot, man. I had such a crazy schedule this week because you wanted to talk about the traveling for a lot of these West Coast teams. Big Ten. I didn't make a slide on it, but we could kind of go through that now. Like, what was your thought process? I know, like, there's some crazy record last season. Where it was the first year for us in the Big Ten. Obviously FUCLA and a few other the West Coast squads, man. What's kind of your take on like this whole West Coast team traveling in the Big Ten?
Well, that's what I was getting at. That's what I really wanted. I haven't had time to really like dive deep into it, but we're saying something about maybe us after one long trip like that, maybe having a bye week. I don't know what the thought process was on that, but there was something to kind of alleviate some of the travel or something, and I'm like okay with that, man. I'm okay with them, getting a little break once they travel because it's a lot. I don't care what people say. I know, like I was talking to Raul about it. And also when you're young, yeah, it still affects you when you travel. It really does, regardless of you're young or old. It still takes you time to acclimate to it. I mean, we see the teams struggling when they fly out to the West. We see a lot of the teams struggle with it. So they got to figure something out. They really do. Because, I mean, for us to have to fly all the way across to play Rutgers one year, I mean, come on, dude. Look what happened in Maryland. You could tell when that team was on the field, Preston, they were not the same. There was something wrong with them that game.
Yeah. I like how this is really laid out, though, to be honest. Like, I can't really complain with this year because we got Michigan, we got Notre Dame. Then we're going to get another bye. Yeah, we got that last five, like, and we only have
you're right about that.
And then I mean we gotta go to Nebraska, but that's gonna be the last East Coast trip.
Yeah, it's not too far either.
Yeah, and then we got Iowa at home and stuff like that, Northwestern at home, and then we gotta go to Oregon. But yeah, I think and that's why I kind of looked at this schedule and I was like, this is a year to do it, man. This is a year where, hey, I already talked about it. I was like, if we can't get to that 9-win mark, then I don't really have excuses to make, and I think we're gonna be able to get it done. But the way this lines up, it could be a lot worse than what we had last year, or what a lot of other teams, West Coast teams, had experienced.
Yeah, I know. I know they'll tinker with it. I know these coaches get together and they're trying to figure something out. From my understanding, from what I was reading, is that some of the West Coast coaches weren't happy with things, and the other side wasn't happy as well. So they're definitely going to try to figure something out. The one thing they need to figure out first and foremost for anything is those damn Big Ten officials, man, and the penalties, dude. Some of this stuff is just crazy.
Not gonna change, man.
Don't even get me started right now, man. That's brutal.
It's not gonna change, man. It's unfortunate.
When they affect the pace of the game, that's when I get upset, Preston, over the play calls. And you see the way that Illinois was over there, the players running out, the subs coming in and out. I mean, that was a huge part of their victory, to be honest with you.
Yeah, strategy. I mean, at least it seems that they've kind of figured out the like injury bug, the cramping bug, or dudes are just falling out and stopping tempo and stopping drives and stuff like that. We'll figure it out. But
look at this.
Yeah, let's talk some future Trojans here, man.
Man,
Jonas Williams yesterday breaks the all-time touchdown record, bro, in Illinois high school football. 128 touchdowns. That just seems silly, bro. That seems like a video game type of statistics. 128 touchdowns. Wow. Not even done his senior year of high school right now. And this is definitely a future Trojan. A guy's gonna be, balling out in the Coliseum for the Trojans very soon, man. Like this is crazy, bro. Congrats to Jonas Williams, man.
Congrats, man. Nothing but love for you, man. You've always been one of our favorites. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, can't wait to see you, man. And our
my man,
Bobby Fuster had a pretty good game last week as well. 7 receptions, 116 yards and a TD, man. Elite receiver, out of Texas. And then Winfield, man, the big dog out here has been racking up sacks.
Ooh, man,
after it, and he had a rushing touchdown as well as a forced fumble. And 2 tackles for loss, bro. So just an incredible athlete, big boy out there at Texas making stuff happen,
man. Yeah. I can tell you what, all 3 players, we cannot wait to have you, man. And we can't wait to chant your name at the Coliseum, man, like the old Roman days when they were chanting for Maximus in the movie. Maximus, we're going to be chanting for you guys. Oh, man, what 3 outstanding football players. I honestly got the chills right now. I'm a big booby guy, man, and all of them, man. So, what's up, Chris? How you doing?
Kristen,
I love it, man.
Yeah. Let me get this right real quick. Hold up. I'm tripping. We on the move right now, man. My bad. Sorry for the technical difficulties, man.
That's all right, guys. Oh, look at this.
All right, we having fun out here. This is a little Heisman, the Heisman power rankings, man. I'm gonna get some mine right now. I'm gonna kind of roll through this real quick. Marcel Reed, man, continues to impress me. He gets that win over Auburn last week. Wasn't the prettiest of games, but this guy's going to have the opportunity to prove himself. That SEC is a lot of competition in there, so he's going to have to go up against LSU. I think they play Bama or Georgia as well. And I kind of got this aligned because I'm obviously high on Jada Ma'ava. Playing, he's got more total touchdowns than my other candidates that are on top of him. But I think when you come to the quarterback position, when it comes to Heisman stuff, it's big on signature wins, bro. Heisman, moment, signature wins. Yo, shout out to our guy, Kristen, right now, man.
Kristen, man. Nothing but love for you, brother. Nothing but love for you, man.
On the building, man. Let's keep it going, man. Let's keep fighting on Kristen. Shouts out to UMB Jink, 4th and 9 to victory. They got their podcast going. I think they're doing a film study on Michigan later on today. But when it comes to, the Heisman power rankings and Heisman moments, you got to get that signature victory, man. And that's why I was praying and crossing my fingers we could finish that game for Jaden, because he had the Heisman moment. Like, he led us down the field, that big throw to Makai. That was, a Heisman, type moment, a Heisman type drive, leading that team down the field, scoring, with the minute and change left. But, USC wasn't able to pull that victory down. So that was unfortunate. But I got Marcel Reed up here up top, and Dante Moore, man. He's got 14, TDs, 1 interception on the year, 74%, completion percentage. And that was a big time win, man. And the wideout guy made a lot of big time throws, and I'll eat crow on that, man. Dude's having a hell of a year right now.
So yeah, definitely is.
Those are my guys right now.
Yeah. Well, I've stuck with the same 2 guys the entire season, man. So
far.
Right here, man. My boy Diego Pavia, New Mexico's finest, folks. I love this guy. You know, I've said it from day one. He is the epitome of what you look for in a leader. The guy refuses to lose. He's not going to beat you physically. He's not going to beat you with athletic skill or anything. The guy just knows how to win and how to motivate his team. It's unbelievable, and I love to sit back and watch him play. And I'm going to love to sit back and watch him beat up on Alabama today. Vandy is one of those teams. They got one of the most bright young head coaches in football, and Diego, he's a big part of that. And you know what? Shout out to Eddie B and all the people over in New Mexico. You know, his and Diego's family out there, man. They're great people. Anyway, also our boy Jaden, man. You know, Tropical Thunder, folks. This guy just, man, he is something else. He is amazing in every way. I love the kid, and I've had him since day one on my Heisman list. The day First Day Press and I went live, man, I had those two guys on there, and we could go on and on. We all know Jaden's Jaden, and I just, you know, like I said, he, you know, see the relationship that him and Lincoln have built together. It's just, it's something we need to appreciate, man. We really do. Instead of ripping it, dude, just embrace it, man, and go with it. And then Carson Beck, you know, as much as I, you know, never was high on the guy, got to throw him in there. He's playing good football. He really is, you know, and you got to give him his props. This will be a big test against Florida State. We'll see if he's able to handle that. Because if he's not, he's off this list. And we'll put. I almost went with more, but it's hard for me to put an Oregon player on my list. But, you know, I almost did.
It's painful. It's painful.
Yeah, it was painful. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how he does against Florida State today. That'll be his. If he doesn't win, he's out of the Heisman race, definitely.
Yeah. For the record, I'm anti-Miami. I'm definitely like more Florida State than Miami. I definitely. You don't know the pain. You don't know the pain that I have to feel. The people surrounding me right now, like telling me that Miami is going to win a national championship. The fact that I have to turn on my television and see a packed professional football stadium with orange and green in it, and like they're actually doing it, bro. They're actually packing an NFL stadium for the Miami Hurricanes right now, and this is the top 3 team in the country. Like, it makes me want to vomit, bro. The fact that I have to hear these people talk about this program. But hey, man, they're gonna have to do it. FSU. Like, I would be a little higher on FSU to win this game today, but that Virginia situation kind of show, like, I don't know how real they are as a team this year, but we'll see, man. Rivalry like this, anything can happen. And it's going to be a good one. It'll definitely show, you know, if Beck is really in this discussion for the Heisman, man. But he's definitely elevated that team.
Yeah, he has.
The defense, though, with Heatherman coming over from Minnesota has really been the biggest difference.
Yeah, they look balanced. They look balanced too. They look solid. He definitely brought. You know, I know Cam Ward. I don't know. Cam Ward was a little jittery at times last year when I'd watch him play, but this guy's just really cool and calm, and has really led that team. But like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens at Florida State. I have Florida State winning, so.
Yeah, that defense was suspect last year, but they're looking pretty good this year. So we know we got FSU Miami today. It's not even rivalry week, but like I said, man, it's been a crazy week for me. So I was just kind of trying to put together some topics. We were trying to put together some stuff. So best college football rivalries right now. I still got SC Notre Dame. Just because I don't know, bro. It's just been a special one for me, like, personally. I think it's like it's so unique, bro. The teams, the universities, the alumni, you know, everything surrounding the game. It's been fantastic. Pains me to say this, obviously, you know, Notre Dame is ahead in the series 50-37 right now. I think that'll be 50-38 by the end of this season, though. So I'll say that. I don't know if Will and D is still in the chat. Then I got Miami FSU secondary. You know, we all remember, if you watch college football, all those wide right moments for FSU. Growing up, I used to watch this game, you know, Sean Taylor and those boys and Antrell Roll in like the mid 2000s and stuff like that. Some really good games in the rain. The dudes had mud all over them, and you know, FSU.
Love it.
Miami was great, man. Miami leads that series 36-33 right now. And then third, I got Bama and Auburn, bro. I don't know how you can have this rivalry not be, you know, in the top 3 of all college football. I mean, people take this real serious, man. to the point where they shake your hand in Alabama. You get on the phone to Alabama, they're saying Roll Tide or War Eagle before they even get into conversation, man. So Bama's ahead in this one, 51-37. And yeah, man, some good moments in that. But the one I remember the most is that kick six where that guy took that one back, and that was incredible, man. I was watching that game live.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was an incredible football game. And hey, you got a couple different coaches now. You know, you don't got Saban over there anymore. So we'll see how that plays out. You know, as we get into the end of the year, we'll see what Bama does today against Vanderbilt. But these are my top 3 college football rivalries right now.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I'm just picking. I picked my all-time rivalries based on just like I said, all time, the alumni, all of it went into it, and you know, obviously, I was gonna go with Ohio State and Michigan, but you know, I decided to go with a different route with that. But the Seminoles and Miami, you know, when the U was at its height, and the Seminoles were battling, they. You know, that Charlie Ward and those guys, man, and they were no slouches either. They were putting out everybody, but it went to the extreme where they were struggling in their kicking game. They went and got Scott Bentley, who was supposedly the greatest, it was like this kicking phenom, and he went wide right as well. So that was
wide right.
Yeah. Or was it wide left? I can't remember.
Bobby, it was wide right. Remember when Bobby Bowden, he came out on the field because he thought they made the field goal.
Yeah.
He was like,
with his hat off and stuff, looking puzzled. Oh, that was awful. I felt bad for him. But those are some great hitting games. And that's the one right there where I'll give you one. Ed Reed came in, and they were up by 2 touchdowns, and everybody was celebrating. And Ed was just sitting there quiet, and everybody said, "Are you okay, Ed?" And it kept coming up, and Ed finally said, "No, I'm not okay. We need to be up by 7 touchdowns. Goes, get out here and follow me in the battle," or something like that. Typical Ed Reed. They go out and they blow him out after that. SC Notre Dame, man, what better? I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't. The history, the passion, all of it, and that's one thing. That's one thing I want our fans. I mean, just to continue to just support that rivalry right there, and then also Army Navy. I've been watching that since I was a little boy. It's just so special to me. You know, running backs like Mayweather and all these other guys that have come through that program. There's been phenomenal players, dude, that are out there dedicating their lives, going out to battle, and you know, and having one passion only, and that is for this country. They're playing for us, and then they play. They 110%, man. These kids give it their all. They lay it all on the field. 2-star, 1-star talents. I don't know what they are, but let me tell you, it's beautiful to watch these young men just put their all on a football field. And the way those guys look up in the stands, man, when all the soldiers dressed up, I love it in their uniforms. It looks amazing. So please continue to support that rivalry, folks.
Yeah, that's definitely special. Regarding the SC Notre Dame rivalry, I feel like I saw something very positive about it recently. I don't know if it was Freeman or somebody that came out and said something, but
I don't want to lose that. I want to keep that rivalry, man.
Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I'm not scared of that rivalry. I think we should keep it going, definitely, if we can. But at the end of the day, like Notre Dame at some point, bro, they gotta join some type of
contract. They got to, yeah. Enough already.
Yeah, like, that's a whole nother thing. I don't think they want to do that. That's the problem. They don't want to do that. Yeah. But let's get into a couple matchups that we're gonna get into. We got last 15 minutes of the show, bro. Yeah. And we're gonna talk about Arch, and we're gonna talk about DJ Lagway, man. And you got Texas and Florida today. It's at Florida. And these are 2 young quarterbacks that, you know, had a lot of hype, a lot of fanfare around them coming into this season. You know, they were both Heisman Trophy candidates. One was, you know, projected #1 pick. One was projected as probably the greatest college quarterback of all time, you know, from some guy who wants to be a politician now, Paul Feinbaum. But yeah, right now, Arch, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 61% completion percentage. And Lagway with 690 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and 67% completion ratings. And who do you think wins this duel today? This duel between these you know, struggling, kind of inconsistent young quarterbacks. You think kind of one
Yeah, I have Florida winning today,
Mhm.
and the reason is I just look at, of course, Arch looks good against Sam Houston State and
Mhm.
teams like that, and he's over there getting in people's faces and yelling and screaming. Dude, you're playing Sam Houston State, man. That Sam Houston State probably. I think they played Bakersfield, the Renegades of Bakersfield last weekend. So
Right.
yeah, come on, man, settle down there. But Lagway to me is the more talented. I think he's a lot more talented, to be honest with you. I always said Arch would be a good college quarterback, but I don't think he's going to be a four-time Heisman winner. He reminds me of Ron Paulus, the former Notre Dame guy that came in where Bean
Mhm.
O'Brien said he was going to win 3 Heismans and didn't win one. So that's just the way Arch has fallen into. Unfortunately, he's a good kid, but I think Lagway's the more talented quarterback.
Yeah. I still really like Texas's defense, the
Yeah.
offense, man, and like God, I feel bad for Wingo, man. Ryan Wingo,
Oh
big
yeah,
time wide receiver over there, bro. Like
killing
it's
his career.
unfortunate. Yeah, it's just unfortunate things that have been like very stagnant for them on the offensive side of the ball, and just inconsistent with ball placement, bro. Just bad technique, bad mechanics from Arch Manning. And sure, man, you can run people over at Sam Houston and stare them down and get hype. But Florida truly has some dogs on that team in the secondary. They got
Yeah.
some dogs in that defensive line. The game is gonna be in Florida. And yeah, like just like you, man, I think Florida has an edge in this one. I think Lagway has the edge in this one. I think he's gonna play a more consistent football game. That Texas defense is no joke as well. So I'm not saying he's just gonna look like a Heisman Trophy winner out here against his Texas defense. But I think he probably gets the best of Arch today in terms of this duel with the young quarterback. So
Can
that's
you
gonna be
imagine?
interesting.
Can you imagine if Lagway would have stuck with? I mean, him and Lincoln were building that relationship, and he'd be a completely different quarterback right now. That's what I'm trying to get to you folks. That's how special our coaches with quarterbacks, man. It's unreal.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd toss that in.
Yeah, nah. I remember when Lincoln flew out there
Yeah.
late night to have the conversation, bro. I thought we might
Yeah.
have been able to get a late commit, but guy ended up going to Florida. But let's kind of talk about this big one today, man, where you got your boy Pavia. You've been high on Pavia, you've been high on Vanderbilt all year. I've been iffy, I'm not gonna lie, I picked against them. It was a shame how the South Carolina Vandy game went down because Lenore Sellers got hurt.
That was your guy,
man. Yeah, we didn't really get to see, even though Lenore Sellers went crazy last week. You know what I'm saying? Like South Carolina looked amazing against Kentucky last week. We're gonna get to these picks. We both did terrible last week.
We always do.
I did worse than you. We came back after the previous week. We did great, and then we did terrible. But I definitely also did worse than you. I won 2 games last week.
Man, what was that? I won 3.
Yeah, you won 3. Well, I won.
I was close. We're close on some of the games. It's not like we're getting blown out on our losses,
Nah, bro. Last week was
down to the wire.
Last Saturday was the worst, like in terms of everything, bro. Last Saturday was the worst Saturday of the year, like hands down.
Yeah.
But Vanderbilt, man, like Vanderbilt all time, 148 and 461 in the SEC, right? This has been, the Harvard of the South, basically. Like this has been a program that hasn't got any respect. They had a little bump with my guy that's at Penn State now, the head coach. It's slipping my mind. The name's slipping my mind right now. I can't. I'm tripping, but he was over there. They had a little bump. They had a good season. And then you got the head coach over there now doing good things. Pavia comes in, obviously beat Bama last season. The energy is high, undefeated team right now, looking very good. And how do you feel, man? How do you feel this one's going to pan out? Is Vandy real? Like, it feels like I think you think Vanderbilt is real and they're going to be able to get Bama again today.
Yeah, I do think they're real. I think this is, and I said this from the beginning of the year, teams like this is what I've been talking about consistently here is the fact that we have no idea. This is 1 year. Everybody's kind of leaning towards Ohio State as being the one. I think anyone can win this damn thing, man. I really do. And it could be a team like Vandy. It could be somebody that we least expect to come in here and just be hot and win this game. And they have the potential, even if they don't win against Alabama. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be lights out. This guy has taken the mantle, and he loves being the villain. Diego had just shattered them last year, and now to come in again, I think he's going to pull it off again and be a thorn on their side, man. I really do. And so it could go either way, but I doubt Vandy's going to get blown out. I mean, you look at their program; they've struggled for so many years. They've had good football players. They have Corey Chavis. They've had Jake Cutler, Jordan Matthews. They've had a lot of good football players come through that program, but they've just been the laughing stock of the SEC. And to see them come in and to see them perform at this level, I'm all about it. And I'm riding the Vandy wave. And I think there's no doubt that they're gonna give Alabama a run for their money today.
Yeah, I just hope we see a really good game. I mean, the game is in Alabama. We know, like, kind of the discourse that's been around Alabama all year. It seems to kind of have flipped.
They're playing good football.
They're playing good football.
Yeah.
Brian Williams is not having, I guess, the year that we kind of saw him have his freshman year. And a whole nother thing is he might, him and Jeremiah Smith maybe kind of dealing with that video game curse, bro. Like, you see, the video game curse is a real thing, bro.
It's real.
McCaffrey is dealing with it. Like, that's something I kind of forgot about. And I'm like, yo, these dudes really might be dealing with this video game curse right now, bro. So we'll see, what happens, and we'll see how he's able to bounce back.
You're talking about that, like that NCAA football's back. Were you talking about the Madden curse as well, too?
Yeah, the Madden curse was the real curse, and now there seems to be an NCAA curse.
Peyton Hillis, the running back.
Yeah.
As soon as he was on, he was done.
Michael Vick, he broke his fibula. A lot of people, bro. I think Sean Alexander
was never the same.
Yeah, McCaffrey was dealing with it. Like, I'm telling you, the video game curse is real deal, bro. Like,
yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, and Jeremiah Smith ain't really having the year that he had last year. Ryan Williams ain't really having a year like he had last year. So
yeah.
You have to stay, God forbid, I'm not wishing injury on nobody, but I'm saying just in terms of play, it's been kind of strange. So we're gonna get to some picks here, man. After week 5. You coming up on me, you creeped up on me. I had a terrible week last week. I went 2-6. You went 3-5. So these are the records right here after week 5, man. 21-23 all time.
I love this. This is my favorite part of the segment, man. I love it.
Yeah, and these are the games for the day, bro.
All right, I'm going all upsets today.
Let me get my pen real quick. I'll mark these down, bro.
God, you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wisconsin and Camp Randall might be a little cold. I don't know. No, they'll lose.
I don't know, bro. I
don't know.
Wisconsin is not good to me, bro. Wisconsin is not good.
No, they're not good. Fickell, guys, that almost became our coach. Luke Fickell was almost our coach.
Yeah, I saw people talking about that in the chat.
He turned it down. Could you imagine? People, like I said earlier, I told the Light Torch guys, people be jumping off bridges right now, dude. If Fickell was our coach, could you imagine?
I know. So Wisconsin, Michigan, I got Michigan, bro. I think Wisconsin and I don't got respect for Wisconsin and Fickell. What they're doing right
I got Michigan as well. Regardless, they could be playing. They could be playing anywhere in the country on neutral turf, whatever. Michigan's always going to win that game.
Yeah. Miami, FSU. This is tough because a rivalry could go either way, but I gotta lean on this Miami defense, particularly the defensive line, man, with Mesidor and Bain. Yeah. They're gonna get after Castellanos. I don't really like a quarterback that's 5'10" either, bro. Saw him get passes batted down. Saw him get that pass picked off in the Virginia game. Like, I'm rocking with Miami, even though it pains me. I gotta sit here and listen to people around me, kind of act like they're going to win a national championship this year, but I got to pick Miami, man. I think Miami.
Yeah, I'm not big on the 5'10", 5'11" quarterbacks, but you know what? I'm still going with Florida State. I don't know. I just feel like Miami is going to have to hit a bump in the road at some point, and I'm figuring this is probably going to be their loss here.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm so used to seeing Miami hit that bump, and
Yeah,
like I was
yeah,
like,
they always do. They
they
always
always
do.
do. They always do. Like they usually hit a couple bumps, but I don't know, man. I just feel like this ain't the one right now. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm kind of wrong, but I also don't want to lose this pick. So hopefully I'm right. But Vanderbilt, Bama, man. I got Bama at home, man. I think
Yeah,
Bama's gonna get right.
yeah.
I've lost the bet to Vanderbilt. I'm still a hater. I'm still betting against Vanderbilt, man. I don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if Vanderbilt loses this game in Bama, it's gonna be some great Bama content on those message boards. Is on and on Paul Feinbaum's show, man. Because
I know. I
go
love watching those.
insane.
I love those guys. Those people
Yeah.
are nuts, man.
Yeah, they're gonna
Nuts.
go insane. So I don't know. I kind of want Vandy to win just for the content, but
Yeah,
I don't really think they're gonna win this game. So I got Bama.
yeah. And I got Vandy, of course.
Yeah.
Even playing on the road at Alabama, even though Alabama's playing spectacular ball, I just think win or lose, it's gonna be a great game to watch.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay, man. Michigan State, Nebraska. SC already took care of business against Michigan State, and then we got Nebraska, in front of us in a few weeks here. This is an interesting one. Like, I don't really feel too strongly either way on this one, to be completely honest with you. The game is in Nebraska, so I will go with Nebraska in this one. But I think this is going to be a closer game than a lot of people expect, man. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick Nebraska in this one.
Yeah, I'm definitely good. Without even hesitation, I'm going Nebraska on this one.
Yeah.
I saw enough of Michigan State that I know what they're about, and I think Nebraska. They haven't even started playing they got a lot of talent on the team.
Yeah.
They haven't played their best football yet, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they don't play until after SC, but we'll see.
I know, right? I don't want Nebraska to win so they could kind of like have a better resume.
Yeah,
knock them down.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Texas and Florida, the battle of the young quarterbacks. We just talked about it, man. I think Florida gets it done, man. I think Arch he's gonna have to prove himself against some good competition here. And hey, maybe he has a coming out party, but I don't see it happening in the swamp today. So I got Florida.
Yeah, I mean the guy's gonna have to for him to make people believe in the Arch Manning hype and to get back on board again. He needs to have a big game against Florida, but I have Florida winning. I think everybody, Napier's seat is so hot he can't even sit down anymore. Right. And then that team they just got a lot of talent on that Florida team, man. They just not coming together, but I think Lagway has enough, and that defense has enough to be able to pull that out.
Yeah. Now, Colorado TCU, like I struggle to put the picks together this week because it's not really like that many intriguing games. I think this Colorado TCU game out here. I think this game is gonna get really ugly, bro. Like I think TCU is gonna put up damn near 40 points on this Colorado defense. I got Colorado, man. I'm sorry to Dion, bro. I don't know what's going on with Shedeur. He's not answering questions, bro. I don't understand why you didn't just answer the question, bro. But,
we coming.
Yeah, you feel me? Like I think Colorado's gonna struggle in this one. I got TCU spanking Colorado.
Yeah, so do I. Without a doubt, man. The Horned Frogs are gonna come in here and put a whipping on this team. I feel, I actually feel kind of bad for Dion when I watch him on the sidelines with his health issues and stuff like that. He assembles like this all-star team trying to like copy us in a bit where he's bringing in Marshall Falk and Warren Sapp and all these guys, Terrell Owens, these guys, and it's just nothing's panning out for him right now, and I feel bad for him actually. But I'm
not high school recruiting, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's gonna be a death to them. Like they're not really gonna be able to really take that jump because he doesn't even want to travel to go to kids' houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's definitely killer.
And I understand, the health element to it, but I mean, I think he's healthy now, like after the surgery and all that.
What Julian Lewis, is he done? Probably.
I don't know, right? What's going through Julian Lewis's head right now? Because they got exactly right. They got Salter's back in there. We did I did the segment a few weeks ago where I talked about the other kid, possibly being the guy because he popped out and had a really good game. The offense. They were looking good against BYU. They ended up losing that game. Salter's back in there. So yeah, if I'm Julian Lewis, if I'm Julian Lewis's dad, I'm like, didn't you tell us we were gonna compete for a starting spot here? Man, this is why we came here, bro. We thought we were gonna be the starter, And then if things didn't go well,
I'll tell you what, Julian. If you're having trouble there's a team over here called the Bakersfield Renegades, dude. You guys come over here and play here.
Yo, I'm happy you said that. I'm happy you said that. I thought you were about to see the USC, and I was like about to say, hey, bro, I'm sorry, but our quarterback room is full, bro. We got Hassan, we already got Jaden, and we got Jonas, coming up the pipe. So we got a full quarterback room with elite talent right now. So
he can play for the Renegades, bro.
The Renegades got a spot for you. Duke, Cal. I'm gonna pick Cal in this one.
I'm picking Cal too.
Yeah.
Actually, where's it at? I forgot. It's at.
I think it's in Cal.
In Cal, yeah. I love Berkeley, man. I've been there. Been there many times, and I grew up a good chunk of my life in the Bay. I always got a soft spot for the Bay, man. And even though it's more of a hippie type crowd there, bro, I love it, man. It's been nothing but good times at Cal, so I'm rolling with Cal.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to the Bay. That's really it, man. That's really it for the picks today. If anybody wants to, speak their piece, they could come out to the show. If not, then we're probably gonna end it. I'll give you guys a couple minutes if anybody wants to.
Yeah, and really quickly too, I wanted to let everybody know that Preston and I will be we're going to the game. We'll be out there in Los Angeles. I know we're gonna be meeting up with some other friends out there, man, and we're gonna have a great time. But we will be at the Trojan Squad tailgate over there, and really just mingling and mixing with people. Stop by, come talk to us, man, and come say what's up. It would be great to see you guys. And then also too, I just wanted to give some love to Mr. Avocados, my boy Robin. He's the owner who makes the best torta in the world, bro. I get one of those tortas, I'm literally like Pac-Man, like that. I'm eating the whole entire thing. That thing is so good. Shout out to you, Robin, at Mr. Avocados. And then and shout out to just all my boys out there, man. I love you guys, my kids, everyone, dude. I never get a chance to ever tell people how much I care about them, and especially the people that supported me to get here, especially you, Preston. Thank you for everything. I can't wait to get out to LA, man. Have a good time out there.
Hey, man, thank you, man. You blessed me. My guy Paulie Walnuts blessed me with some tickets, bro. So I'm gonna go out there, man. See some family, see my pops, and link up.
Good for you, man.
Link up with Paulie. Have a good time, bro. Hopefully these guys can bring it home. When the world is at the Coliseum, everybody coming out supporting this team. It's gonna be fun, man. It's nothing but love, man. If you guys enjoy the show, man, we definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. I have a lot of people in here, damn near 200 people in here.
Wow.
On all platforms. So shouts out to all you guys, man. You can follow me on YouTube at Preston's Paradise, on Twitter at Fight On Preston, man. And we're just gonna keep it rolling, man, throughout the season. Keep the energy high. Continue to support these boys, man, and get after it, man. You can find my boy Paulie at his stuff and go ahead and shout your stuff out.
And Calling the Shots podcast with Paulie Walnuts on YouTube. Hit the index button. You can find all my social media platforms. And I don't know what we're doing for the Michigan game, but we'll figure it out. I don't know if we're going to go live Friday, Preston, or Saturday, one of the days. But we're definitely going to be. I got my little portable microphones, my wireless microphones. I'm going to go around and interview people, have a good time out there, and show you guys our experience, man, and share that with you guys.
Yeah, man, it'll definitely be fun. We'll figure something out. We'll definitely put it out on Twitter, put it out on YouTube, and let you guys know. But hey, man, we got some good games today, man. So enjoy it. Obviously, no Trojans playing today, but let's just relax. Enjoy college football, man. Get outside. Have some fun. Enjoy life, man.
Yeah.
And have a great weekend, everybody, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Especially all the people in the comments. Thank you, guys, for staying on the entire time. Got nothing but love for each one of you, man. Trust me. I'm looking at every comment that's coming in, and you guys mean a lot. But yeah, don't forget to just keep hitting that subscribe button if you run into my show. I'm just starting, man. So Preston's done everything he possibly can to help me out, and it means the world, Preston. And so let's get ready for this Michigan game and have a good time today. Be safe out there, guys.
Yes, sir. All right, guys.
All right. Thank you. Bye.